Welcome to Grand Prairie Update. I'm Don Johnson.
And I'm Terry Briggs.
Stage 2 watering restrictions are now in effect for Grand Prairie because of the ongoing heat wave and drought. Here's how the restrictions affect landscape watering. Even-numbered addresses are allowed to water on Monday and Thursday between 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. Odd-numbered addresses are allowed to water on Tuesday and Friday between 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. There is no watering allowed on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, we hope people will voluntarily comply with the restrictions. There is an ordinance in place, however, and code enforcement does have the authority to enforce the restrictions. But in the past, most people have complied voluntarily, and we're certainly hoping that will be the case this time, and we believe that will be the case.
Grand Prairie buys most of its water from Dallas and Fort Worth. A very small amount comes from city-owned wells. This week, customers set an all-time daily consumption record of 47 million gallons. Officials say the new watering restrictions are designed to prevent the city from signing an expensive, long-term contract to buy more water. If you want more information about the watering restrictions, go to the city's website or call Public Works.
As the relentless heat of the summer of 2011 continues to approach record levels, officials at the city's animal shelter want to remind everyone with pets to be extra attentive to the fact that they can be even more susceptible than humans to these extreme conditions.
Well, they don't sweat the way that we sweat. They exchange cool air for heat air by panting. And when it's really, really hot outside and it's very close to their own body temperature, that doesn't work so effectively. So your dog begins to get overheated very quickly, and they can get into a crisis state more rapidly really than people realize.
Redfern says that just like humans, dogs and cats can suffer from dehydration or even heat stroke if left unattended outside. And basically it comes down to a few common sense guidelines for you and your animals in trying to deal with the dog days of summer.
Really what you want to do, if it's uncomfortable for you outside, or if you wouldn't put your child outside, you really shouldn't leave your dog or your cat outdoors either. Good rule of thumb, keep them indoors as much as you can. If you have to have them outside for some period of time, make sure they have plenty of shade, plenty of cool water, and make sure that water can stay cool, and that maybe even have a kiddie pool full of water so that they can get in and out of that. Don't ever leave your dog or cat in the car in these temperatures.
If you have any questions or need further information, please contact the Prairie Paws Adoption Center at 972-237-8575, or you can log on to gptx.org and follow the links to animal services.
Habitat for Humanity is at it again in Grand Prairie. The nonprofit organization is supervising construction of 2 new homes in the Dalworth neighborhood. Each house is about 2,000 square feet and will include 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a garage.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
And like other Habitat projects, volunteers from city departments, civic organizations, and the public are doing the heavy lifting. So what's been the most fun so far today?
I think just working with everybody and getting to know people from Grand Prairie and sweating with everyone in this 100-degree heat.
All around the edges is every 6 inches.
The new owners qualify through a special housing program, and officials say the homes should be finished by early October.
It's an unfortunate sign of the times. For sale signs in front of foreclosed homes. And even more alarming is the rate that it's happening in our own backyard. Grand Prairie is right in the middle of one of the hardest hit areas in the entire state of Texas.
For the Dallas and Tarrant County areas, those counties are pretty much ranking about 2 and 3 in the state of Texas, as with the number of foreclosures. So pretty high foreclosure rate, so we're trying to do something about that.
Tarrant County Housing Partnership, how can I help you?
These are the offices of one of the City of Grand Prairie's partners in that effort, the Tarrant County Housing Partnership, a Fort Worth-based agency that recently joined forces with federal mortgage provider Fannie Mae in an effort to expand the area's foreclosure prevention program.
This has just, made this process a lot smoother, quicker. Any homeowner that their loan is owned by Fannie Mae they can come through us and we can gather the documents, send them directly to Fannie Mae, and get a resolution normally within 30 days.
Espinosa's agency often works in cooperation with the Grand Prairie Housing and Neighborhood Services Department to provide an option for distressed homeowners. Both agencies want you to know that they have a number of programs in place to help residents avoid foreclosure.
We offer post-purchase homebuyer counseling, whereby families can come into our office and speak to one of our counselors that can assist them with budgeting and credit. We also can refer these clients to other HUD-approved counseling agencies such as Tarrant County Housing Partnership.
We've worked with clients. I mean, we don't want to get to that point, but we work with clients. They have a foreclosure date scheduled, and we're able to gather documentation and, work with a mortgage company to get them on some sort of repayment plan or maybe even a modification.
Free services are available in English and Spanish for all homeowners regardless of county of residence. For more information, you can contact the Grand Prairie Housing and Neighborhood Services Department or the Tarrant County Housing Partnership, either online or by phone.
Grand Prairie wants you to expose your green side by using the city's curbside recycling program. Curbside collections generated nearly 4,000 tons of recyclable material last year, but officials say Grand Prairie can do better.
2 years ago in December, we did a curbside recycling audit, if you will, and we went out and checked to see how people, over a period of 6 weeks, to see how many people actually put out bins by curbside. And we found that the recycling set-out rate was about 18%.
The city is launching a publicity campaign online and in print, hoping to boost collections to 8,000 tons a year. Here's how you can get started. Pick up a free recycling bin from City Hall, the landfill, the Bulls Life Center, Prairie Paws Adoption Center, Fire Station 9, or the Lake Parks Operations Center. Or you can buy blue plastic bags and use them. You can put cans, glass containers, plastic containers, newspapers, and flattened boxes into the green bins or blue bags without separating the items. There are some things you cannot put at the curb, including pizza boxes, styrofoam, aluminum foil, light bulbs, window and auto glass, mirrors, dishes, ceramics, toys, and any containers used for hazardous waste. Put the bin or bags at the curb on your pickup day before 7 a.m. You'll find a map of the collection schedule on the city's website, or you can call 972-237-8061. Officials say the bottom line to recycling is this. It saves space at the landfill, which extends the lifespan of the landfill, which saves taxpayers millions of dollars. For more information about curbside recycling, go online at gptx.org/recycling or call 972-237-8061.
Quick Trip Park took on a new look as the women from the National Professional Fast Pitch Softball League took over the field and treated local fans to some fast-paced action. The two-game exhibition series featured two teams with a combined 11 Olympic medalists, including former University of Texas stars Kat Osterman and Megan Willis of the Florida Pride, and Megan Gibson and Jamie Lobpries from Texas A&M, who now play for the MPF Diamonds. Both games drew big crowds, and organizers announced that because of the success of this first-time event, there will be a return engagement next summer.
Hopefully a little bit sooner in the summer, that it's not 110 degrees outside, because that really hurt us, but the fans came out, had a huge crowd, I think over 2,000 people the second night, and watch Cat Osterman pitch. It was a good family event for a lot of fun things that the girls were doing, and we were excited that it came to Quick Trip Park, and it really helped promote the air hogs and Quick Trip Park as a whole. Everything went off well.
Brassfield says the details about the return of the MPF will be announced at a later date. For information about events at Quick Trip Park, log on to airhogsbaseball.com, or you can call 972-504-9383.
That's it for this edition of Grand Prairie Update.
Don't forget, you can watch any of our Channel 16 programs by going online to gptx.org/GPTV.